Hey, what's up guys? We're gonna go over a demo of someone that submitted it to me that wanted lessons. And I actually don't have time right now for lessons, guys, but we're gonna try doing a video on this real quick and just see what this guy needs help with. And it's kind of hard to know really what he needs help with just in one demo, but we're gonna point out, you know, some things that I think he needs to work on. And the first thing he needs to work on is his crosshair movement, his sensitivity. It's just either too slow or too small of a mouse pad. So he's coming up here in apartments, and instead of being nice and smooth, you know, checking this and then swiping to this like that, or when you're coming in the dark room here, just like nice and smooth like this, he'll come in and do all these little, like this little movement here, like he's either regripping his mouse or maybe his mouse pad's too small, so he has to keep doing these little movements, and it's just really bad. So he'll come in here and like, okay, so he cleared that out, like, oh, he does it one time in construction over here, where he comes in, instead of just coming like this, you know, being able to check everything real quickly, he'll come in here, check this corner, and then like that. And it's really handicapping his movement. It's handicapping his ability to check corners fast and efficiently. So he needs to figure out, does he have too slow of a sense? Hell, maybe he's swiping across this big mouse pad, and you know, maybe it's just too slow, or maybe he needs a bigger mouse pad. But he needs to fix that, you know, ASAP. That's one of the biggest things. And his crosshair placement needs some work. A lot of times he won't be even aiming at headshot level. You need to be aiming at headshot level all the time. You're not going to be aiming in the middle of nowhere at stomach level. Like if I'm coming up halls here, he did it one round. He's aiming like right here. That's not helping you at all. When is a guy ever going to appear in your crosshair right here? Never. He's going to appear right here. So why not be prepared for that? So yeah, he needs to fix his crosshair. Snap your crosshair to the wall. When you're coming up here, you should be like this, not like this in the middle of nowhere. One time he comes out of boiler here, and he peeks kind of, I don't know if he doesn't know the angles well enough, but you need to be, you know, shoulder peek these angles, come down, crouch peek these angles. Sometimes he'll come here and just be aiming at nowhere. He should be aiming at, like, you know, something important where a guy's gonna peek him, you know, behind the pole here or here, not just like stomach level in the middle of nowhere. So he needs to work on his crosshair placement and his sensitivity. He needs to figure out what the problem is. Alright, so here's Kyle. He's coming up here. And just let's look at his crosshair placement right now. It's at, you know, kneecap level in the middle of the hallway. Not good. He needs to work on that. And then just watch the rest of the round for the way he moves his mouse and the way he like regrips, and you know, you can tell he has a wrong sensitivity. Okay, we go through here. La-di-da. Alright, so watch him regrip his mouse like when he's checking corners here. Yep, like swap. Okay, oh. You know, he just has trouble being able to check one corner and quickly going to be able to check another corner. Like he's doing baby swipes, has too slow of a sense, too small of a mouse pad. He has some issue here. Well, every time he saves, man, does he really save. He always keeps his Glock on T side, and he never buys a single smoke, flash, anything when he's saving on CT or T. And this is actually really, really bad. Like he's just completely throwing the rounds, which sometimes you can win those rounds. Like, and you should be buying at least a P250 on T side when you're saving. Like I don't remember the last time I actually kept a Glock on a save round, because the P250 is only, you know, you get one kill with the P250 and it paid itself off, and sometimes that P250 can really win you the round. And the Glock does no damage once they have armor, and the P250 is really good at penetrating armor. If you're close enough, it can still one-shot someone in the head even if they have head armor. So that pistol is really worth the investment, and I think he should you know, think about buying up a pistol on save rounds, because even when he does buy, he almost has like, you know, 1,800, 2K left when he buys. Like all that money could be going into try to winning those eco rounds. Like just buying a simple smoke or a flash. Even on CT side, I'll buy, you know, a P250 and a flash. You know, I might play like right here, because, you know, especially when you're in matchmaking or some lower level, some guys gonna be like, oh, they're on eco round, I'm gonna run up mid like a boss. And you know, if you have a P250, get some couple pop shots. I flash right here. The guy chases me. Boom, he's full blind, and I just get a free kill. So flashes can definitely be useful if you do them correctly. And don't just throw away those eco rounds, man. You should really try buying some pistols on eco rounds and messing around with your cash more, because you have so much cash left on your actual buy rounds that, you know, you could be trying to win those eco rounds. Nothing. Oh, he bought a nade. My bad. But I mean, honestly, a nade is probably the worst investment that you can do. Like, unless it's a full, like, even we don't do like buy 3 nades. We'll nade stack this guy. Like, nades are so useless on eco rounds. He should buy a P250, a flash, a smoke, something that can help win the round. So, you know, this round he gets crushed, Glock. This round he buys a nade again. Once again, a nade is probably the worst investment you can make on an eco round. This is another round. I think I have something to say about this round. Coming up. Oh yeah, so for some reason he doesn't even look at boiler and he just goes to look dark room. And just watch his crosshair placement here even. So like he's aiming way too low, first of all. Like, and then he just doesn't have his crosshair like snapped to a wall. When you're coming out of boiler here, like, he needs to be able to come around the corner with his crosshair snapped to the wall. And we'll just show like his peekings here. So at the boiler, this is where he just like walk peeks corners and stuff. So here's where he needs to change his walk peek as well. He goes up mid well this time, like with his angles. He checks, you know, porch from the left side and then swings back. This is good. You know, that was good. Then he swings back to the right side to check the left side. But then when he peeks his corner here, he just completely walks it. When you peek corners, guys, you don't want to completely hold your walk key so you're grandpa style peeking as slow as possible. So when you're peeking like boiler like this, you don't want to just completely hold your walk key. If you're doing that and there's an op around the corner, you know, or even a rifler, like, you're gonna get laid out pretty hard because he's gonna have such an advantage if you're walking around a corner. When you walk, you can still be silent and peek fast. Like, as soon as I get to the corner I want to peek, you know your angles. This is the corner I'm peeking. So once I'm getting here, instead of just walk peeking like this really slow, you need to let go of your walk key and peek fast, like this, instead of going like that. You need to let go of your walk key and just like fully sprint when you get to that important corner that you want to peek. So if kind of, instead of walking here and peeking nice and slow and getting your head ripped off, as soon as you get to that corner, you know, do a nice fast peek, let go of your walk key, and maybe do a crouch peek with it. But you don't want to just hold your walk key when you peek corners. You're gonna peek so slow, and it's definitely not gonna be good. Like, if you walk around this corner like this, man, you're just gonna get lit up. So when you get to this corner, maybe, you know, do a quick one step, duck with it. Make sure you're peeking it fast and not holding your walk key when you're peeking corners. So he needs to change that up too. So like I was saying, it's his sensitivity right now is handicapping his ability to check corners like efficiently. And he's not even really checking everything when he goes places. When he comes into B here, he won't even check, you know, the ninja corner here. And just kind of the way he comes in with angles is he needs some work with his movement and angles. Like, if he's coming in here and checking oranges in sight, he should not be close here. Because then this guy, if this is a guy playing spawn, he's going to see him this whole time running up. And his back is turned to this guy because he's waiting to peek these corners here. If he wants to check sight, he should be hugging this wall first. If he's checking spawn, he needs to be hugging this wall. So, the only time you'd ever come close here like this is if you have a smoke here and you're just completely, you know, ignoring it. But if you're coming up and there's no smoke there, you definitely need to be hugging this corner so the spawn guy can only see you if he fully peeks. And then, if you're checking spawn, you need to be peeking close to the wall here so this guy doesn't see you, you know, until you fully peek. Or a guy like even like right here, he doesn't see you. If you're peeking spawn, coming close angle, this guy's gonna see you for days. So you need to work on, you know, his angles and movement like that. And he needs a better ability to be able to check corners and check them quickly and efficiently. Like when you're coming up arch here, you know, you need to be able to check that and then swing back to your next target instead of doing like, his sensitivity is too slow. He doesn't whip his mouse fast enough. He's doing too many little things like that. So he needs to improve on that. So here's a round where like he doesn't check everything. He doesn't have like a method of checking, you know, like I'm gonna go up apps here. I'm gonna check baby room and then halls, or I'm gonna check boiler first. Like he just completely neglected boiler there, and he gets shot from the side. Like, so yeah, I mean, when he's coming up boiler here, like, he needs to be more methodical when he's checking stuff. So when you come up here, you probably want to come to the top of steps and just check for heads here. I mean, maybe at first you come here, check for some guy just holding like an angle like this with a shotgun or something. So you'll come up here and check those angles. Then you'll come up here, check the heads. Maybe come quickly, check that real quick. And then, you know, keep holding back here for someone to peek you. And then you'll come up here, check the end of halls. After you check the end of halls, you can even use a flash to help you, you know, aim at the dots here. Come up here and check that. Swing back around, check that, you know. He needs to be more methodical and more thorough when he's checking his corners. He kind of just came up here and was like, oh, there's not a guy, and baby, you're dark. Or, baby, you're boiler. And he just kind of comes up and just, like, dedicates his whole life to a guy being there. So he needs to be more methodical and thorough when checking corners. Another thing is he can make his grenades way more useful than he is right now. He'll come out of CT spawn and instantly throw a smoke. Like, he can waste time more than that. Like, a terrorist, he has 2 minutes on the clock. Like, a terrorist isn't going to run right up, like, right away through a smoke, like, up middle. Like, he can make them play at his pace and, you know, come middle. If there's no smoke here, he can do maybe some quick picks down middle. Maybe a flash peek, push them back a little bit, you know, slow them down. Maybe do another pop flash from here. And maybe just clear out middle. And then, you know, 30 seconds into the round, then he'll be a little bit more passive, throw his smoke. And then, you know, instead of coming out of CT spawn and instantly throwing your smoke, and then you don't have it the rest of the round. Or then, like, he'll just start randomly throwing flashes like this. Like, I think ground flashes are, like, the worst flashes you can throw. Because they're so easy to juke. Everyone's going to see them no matter what. You know, there's no really good pop flash if you're playing this angle here and you're flashing middle, but I think this is way better. Cause you'll just peek with it, it's high above, so if someone's looking down here, or if they're looking like right here, it's gonna go like above their head instead. Like, ground flashes are the worst. Like, so he needs to like use his flashes better, you know, and instead of just like he'll smoke middle like this, and then he'll just like, I don't know, throw a flash or a flash for no reason, when he could use those flashes later in the round way more effectively than he is. And then he sometimes peeks corners with a Molotov out or any grenade. Like, he'll come around a corner like right here with a Molotov out and he'll get caught out with a grenade. So make sure you're peeking corners with your gun out, guys. And he actually threw a Molotov into a smoke a lot, like 3 times. So, you know, if you throw a Molotov into a smoke, it gets put out and it completely ruins the Molotov. And the one times you'll want to use Molotovs is when a team is executing or like coming through a choke point, like they're actually committing to the site. One time he comes up middle here and then just throws it for no reason. Like, they're not up middle, like he just throws it. Like, you're never gonna catch anyone with a Molotov if you're just randomly throwing it during a round. You need to throw a Molotov when a team is fully committing. You know, let's say you're playing B site. They smoke spawn, they're waving flashes over here. That's when, you know, like they're committing to a site. That's when you'll throw a Molotov and set it down. Or the other time you'll throw a Molotov is when you're trying to get control of something, such as banana. So you Molotov down there so they don't run through it. But you're never just gonna, like, I don't know, be in pit here or somewhere and just like randomly throw it for no reason. Like, that's just a waste of $600 on CT side. And he should really rethink his Molotov use.